I the asshole for canceling streaming services? I'm gonna say no, not in this economy. Streaming services have gone up so much in price. Hi everyone, my boyfriend 26 male and I 25 female live together and used to pay for various streaming services. HBO Max, Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and an anime one he uses. And he lets his parents and sisters use it. A couple of months ago, we decided to stop paying for Disney Plus because we weren't watching anything on it. His mom always talks about shows she wants to watch on Disney and that we should start paying it again. What? This weekend we decided to cancel our Netflix too because again, we weren't using it and we decided if there was ever something we want to watch on there, then I will get it again. Do they not live together? Do they live together? I mean, no, boyfriend and OP live together, but the password sharing, I think, stopped for both Disney and Netflix. So his aunt calls and starts lecturing him about his finances and that he shouldn't spend so much money that he doesn't have enough left to pay for the Netflix. What do you mean? You can pay for it, aunt. And she is using it and needs him to pay. I am there, so I say, tell her she can pay it and that you can change the card information and that she can pay if she wants to use it. Now the aunt talked to his mom and they are saying I am an asshole because I am forcing my boyfriend to spend all his money on me so he can't pay for the things they need. What the heck? No. But I thought password sharing was no longer a thing. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. My boyfriend and I decided not to pay for streaming service we don't use, but his family does. That might make me the asshole because they want to use it, but now they can't. Okay, then pay for it. Like, oh my gosh. Not the asshole. If you want to be petty, you could tell them they shouldn't be so financially careless that they can afford their own streaming services. His family sound like an absolute nightmare. I hope you don't have to be in contact with them often. I have said to my boyfriend that they are financially irresponsible and that he shouldn't have to pay for their stuff. It goes beyond the streaming service sometimes. Sometimes it's groceries. But he says he feels bad for his sister because she is so young. Aww. Damn, airing out that laundry though. In that case, he should pay for literal food instead of streaming services, or pay electricity bill to the electric company. He doesn't have enough money to pay for their literal food or their electricity bill. He did when he lived there. But now we got our own bills. He was only sharing his passwords because he was already paying for the services. Yeah, no. Yeah, not the asshole. Am I the asshole for arguing with my father-in-law over gender roles and my place in the house? Uh-oh. I'm gonna say no. This one seems pretty straight to the point. It could be rage bait, who knows? So my 29 male in-laws are visiting for the weekend, and I of course try my best to get along and entertain the guests. But while my wife was out picking up something for my dinner, my father-in-law made a comment about how it must be weird letting my wife worry about dinner for once. Huh? Now I'll be honest, I love to cook and bake. I also work from home with a job that's somewhat laid back, so when I get time I clean and take care of the house. Ah. I'm also admittingly the breadwinner, so my wife has chosen a passion job that requires her to leave the house and do stuff that actually somewhat physically strenuous. It makes her happy, and I love that she gets to work her dream job, even if it does leave her very tired when it comes to chores around the house. So when my father-in-law asked me if it was weird, I asked him to clarify, and he stated, "You let her get away with avoiding all the women's work." Oh man. I shouldn't let that happen at home, it's just not right. You should be making her do the cooking and cleaning all the time. This obviously frustrated me a little, and I didn't want to argue or anything, but I was trying to get him to be a little more empathetic, so I responded with, "Your daughter works very hard every day. A foundation for her day-to-day stress is being able to come home to some concept of order. Some days she's home hurt because of how hard she works even. If all I have to do during the day is walk around the house and clean a little and have something warm to eat for her when she finally gets home to relax, why would I ever take that away from her, even if it's for the sake of what gender should be doing what? It's a team effort, and we don't really see it the way you do." He grumbled and kind of went on monologue, oh god, about how it's just different now and it doesn't seem like things are as good these days. Okay, boomer. I didn't want to push any further and just kind of awkwardly waited until my wife got back. That is awkward. I told her about it later, and she kind of just sighed and said it's just like that and really doesn't want me to engage or argue with him if I can. Should I have kind of shrugged off and let go for my wife's sake? I feel like I'm walking on eggshells a bit while they visit. Nah, honestly, nah. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. The action of being confrontational over a matter I should have just let go ignored at the time. Being confrontational may have made the visit for my wife more uncomfortable. Yeah, no. Am I the asshole for not allowing my sister to have her birthday party in my house? No. No. My husband, 26 male, and I, 24 female, just bought our first home recently. And we've worked incredibly hard to get here. We don't come from money, and everything we have, we've earned ourselves. We are very close to my side of the family and see them nearly every day. I've always kind of been the black sheep of the family because I am the only one who has set boundaries. Anyway, a week after my husband and I moved in, my 26 female sister sent me an invitation to a birthday party, which she planned to hold at our new house. I want to note that she had briefly asked me about hosting the party here a few days earlier, and I told her I wasn't sure because we still had a lot of unpacking to do. Clearly that wasn't a concern for her, and she went ahead and made the invitations days later. Oh, okay. Inviting extended family who live several hours away and would need to stay a night or two. Oh my god, that would make me so mad. Since we're still settling in, we don't have extra beds or much furniture yet, and my husband and I don't feel ready to host, it felt like a large gathering so soon, when we haven't even planned a housewarming party yet. Both of us work full-time and have limited time to unpack, so things are moving slowly. I told my sister that we'd be open to having a smaller, more intimate celebration, just immediate family and maybe one or two close friends. I also explained that this move has been a huge transition for me, and I'm still getting used to the new city and lifestyle. And while I wanted to celebrate her, I didn't feel ready for a big party. After that, she stopped responding to me. The next day, I went to my parents' house during my lunch break, and my dad came outside to tell me that they don't want to see me. He said I was being selfish for turning down my sister's request, and that I had hurt the whole family. Oh my god, she was not respecting her. Now my family refuses to speak to me until I apologize, and they've called me ungrateful and a narcissist. Oh my god. I don't know if I was in the wrong or I made a big deal about it unintentionally hurt my family. They did not respect you, girl, and they're gonna continue to do stuff like that. No, OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. Was I wrong for not allowing her to have her party at my house? No. Not the asshole, no wonder you've had to set boundaries with your family. It's utterly ridiculous that they feel like she's entitled to your space like this. You'd best contact those extended family members before they make travel arrangements, because it doesn't sound like she's going to. Or at all, she'll tell them it's cancelled and it's all your fault so you'll look terrible. Yep. The entire family seems like they're assholes, to be honest. Who in their right mind demands someone's house for their own private celebration? Then bad mouths to everyone. Literally. Agree. Am I the asshole for not taking my stepdaughter on vacation? No? I think we did have one pretty similar to this last week. I, 30 female, have been married to my husband, Tom, 35 male, for 2 years. We have a 3-year-old son and 4-year-old daughter together. We have a 15-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. The custody agreement is every other weekend. Our son and daughter have never been to Disney, so this year we are surprising them with a trip. My husband, myself, and 2 kids will be going to Disney for 5 days. My stepdaughter has been to Disney 6 times, so we didn't think she'd want to go since things the little ones can enjoy. The trip is planned for a week. She's going to her friends to a ski resort. My husband and I paid for half the trip and gave her spending money to have fun. Her mom asked my husband if he would be able to bring her to the morning of the trip to the friend's house so all the girls can leave together. He let her know he couldn't since we were going to be getting on a plane that morning to Disney. Her mom said we obviously don't care about my stepdaughter since we're not taking her, and has made my stepdaughter upset thinking we didn't want her to go. Yeah, if y'all just didn't really ask her, you can't just assume. We've tried explaining that we didn't think she'd want to go on the young kids' rides, and that we can't split up with her because the little ones are in the try to run in the opposite directions phase. We've offered to cancel her ski trip and bring her along with us, but she said she wants to do both, and it's not fair for her to miss the trip with her friends. We just want some unbiased opinions. I mean, she was able to go to a friend's thing, but they didn't ask her in the first place, and I think that's what the issue is. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I think I'm the asshole for not asking her from the beginning if she wanted to go or not. Yes. I agree. I feel that a general issue here was him not asking her. Everyone's sex here. Some more than others. You only for not talking to her about it beforehand. Your husband bears much more responsibility for this, though, because it's his child. Stepdaughter for being, it's not fair about not being able to go to Disney on her ski trip, and because she mostly would hate the Disney trip geared for little kids and be a pain. Speaking as a former 15-year-old girl. Mostly, though, stepdaughter's mother is making this a whole thing and likely why winding up her daughter to be upset about it. I hope that's not the case, but I can see that. And yeah, I agree with the part, like, if she wanted to go to both trips, but I just think you should have asked her first. Yeah, always ask first before anything. Yeah, especially like with big trips like that. I feel like it's at least respectful. I don't know. This one's already marked not the asshole. Oh, it's 21 hours old, is that why? Okay, let's see. Let's see if we agree. Am I the asshole for embarrassing my aunt at a baby shower instead of showing tact and declining an invitation request more respectfully? And it's marked not the asshole. Okay, let's see how this plays out. My mom and Jenny have been best friends since they were little. We aren't actually related, but I still call her Aunt Jenny. Jenny's daughter Ellie is also 16, and Jenny is sadly the kind of mom who thinks Ellie is never wrong. Uh-oh. Here are some examples over the years. Ellie stole a hair ribbon from another girl. The other girl was lying because she was jealous of Ellie. Oh. The teacher gave Ellie an F because she didn't do her work. The teacher is also jealous of Ellie. Oh god. Also, yeah, I know there are bad teachers out there and have had a few myself. But every single one and all the time? Really? Ellie's sister Annie hasn't talked to Ellie since moving out. Nothing happened and Jenny has no idea why Annie is refusing contact. Jenny is so in denial about this one especially. Something obviously happened that Jenny doesn't want to admit to. Ooh. Mom notices this too, but she usually just changes the subject away from Ellie but never says anything about it directly to Jenny because she doesn't want it to hurt the friendship. Jenny usually does take the hint and changes the subject. Mom took me to a baby shower where Jenny happened to be, so they obviously talked, and my mom mentioned that me and my friends have a camping trip planned soon. Jenny was openly hinting that she wanted me to invite Ellie too. Mom picked up on it and basically tried inviting Ellie along. So before she finished her sentence, I loudly said, "Oh hell no!" Jenny clearly wasn't happy, and Mom told me that my trip was cancelled. All this OP. By the time we got home, she luckily changed her mind about canceling the trip, but was still pissed at me. I said that her and Jenny have been friends forever, but I didn't choose to be Ellie's friend and didn't want her coming along. Oh, dang. Mom said she knows I don't have a great opinion of Ellie, and she knows Ellie has plenty of issues, but I should have declined respectfully instead of embarrassing Jenny, and was capable of saying something like, "Sorry, I would prefer nobody else comes since we don't have room or supplies for another person. My friends aren't comfortable with someone they know will come along." I realize I could have been more respectful, but was... I realized I could have been more respectful, but I was also trying to put a stop to that immediately. Also, we got some looks just because I admit I was pretty loud, but everyone outside of Jenny and Mom seemed to move on almost immediately. So I think she's turning the embarrassment into a bigger deal than it actually was. I mean, if she's like 16 already, like... yeah, I don't know. Lofi has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I embarrassed Jenny at a baby shower, and Mom says I should have turned down Jenny's invitation request respectfully instead of embarrassing her. I feel like since it wasn't a public space, maybe you should have. But I mean, if she's like the type to like not... if she would have made it a bigger deal, it would have been harder. I can understand that. But I don't know. I feel like maybe it should have like time and place. Yeah, I feel like it is kind of rude. Not the asshole. A lot are going with you're the asshole, but I'll say something about the hint hint nudge nudge crowd, especially when they're in denial. They ignore soft no's. Could you have been more polite, at least for the first time? Sure, but would it have worked? And as this wasn't just your trip, you had a responsibility to hold the group's boundaries. I don't know, just saying, oh hell no, I don't know, that's just, I don't know. Soft nose is the perfect word for it. If you try to indirectly say no with Ellie, she finds a solution. So for example, if I said we didn't have enough space or supplies for another person, 90% of the time, Jenny would say something, oh, I can pay for the extra carpool. Maybe it was immature, like the you're the asshole comments are saying, so I get that. But it's also a guaranteed way to put a stop to it. Like, I mean, you could use this opportunity to see if she would take advantage of that situation, and then you would have to like put full stop on that then, but I don't know. Place and time, yeah, I agree with the place and time thing.